Hello guys, welcome back to the DGBA channel. My name is Haz. I'm joined here by the coach of the Armagh Armaldos, Parkzy.
Oh my goodness, you pronounced it right. Oh,
Did I do it right? I'm so glad.
you didn't say
That's
Armagh,
all I wanted to achieve.
and you didn't say armadillos, and this is Christmas.
I didn't even do it in a Scottish accent.
Yep.
Right, so today I'm going to be interviewing Parkzy, and the first thing I want to ask you is, how did you get into Pokemon exactly?
Well, I this is kind of funny because originally I used to watch Cybertron VGC, and it's nothing to do with singles, but I heard about this thing called Pokemon Showdown, so I was literally playing on OU with like a Roselia and like little Cutmons, and then I realized about yeah, and then I realized about UCL season 2, and then I slowly started like learning about competitive battling and started watching the DGB, oh not the DGBA, the GBA, and yeah, I just got into it.
So you fell into it basically. You went straight into competitive, pretty much. You didn't just like watch the show like most other people did.
Well, I sort of watched it, but then it didn't really take me long until I was like, okay, I gotta try and do this because I found it really cool at the time about stealth rocks. I never knew anything about them or hazards or anything or hazard removal, so I really just wanted to try it out.
Well, I think you made a pretty good transition. So you've recently gone into the draft format, and you started off in the SDL. How has that experience helped you get to where you are now?
Well, there's definitely been quite a good few people in the SDL, you, Hughes, and MX3 definitely. Also, Man have really just helped me out, and if there's anything I can take away from it, always prepare for a trick room, kids. Always prepare for trick room because.
True, true.
But it's just been really good competition, and I really wasn't expecting to get into the playoffs in that season, so it really just gave me a boost and let me know, hey, I'm alright.
Yeah. I think you drafted a pretty good team for your first attempt, and then you definitely showed your capabilities throughout the season, I believe.
Oh yeah, I drafted an amazing team, Talonflame in the sand. Yeah, oh you
Oh
got me.
yes. Yes. Of course. Of course.
Feelings are
Well,
big.
I think Talonflame put in some decent work that season.
Hmm.
I'd say.
Yeah, but
I think,
I used up my Misty
especially.
Seed, so
Oh, apart from that game, of course, of
yeah.
course. And last year, last season, should I say, you were in the DGBA for a short time. How do you? I know you weren't there for very long, but how was your team? How did you feel your team sort of was
I feel
in
like
your short time of using it? I think one game.
yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, well, that game I only had one hazard removal, which was Hitmontop, and a lot of setup fodder, which I think is pretty easy to admit.
Oh,
I had,
yeah,
well,
Toxapex, for example.
oh yeah, with he is right.
Yeah,
So Audino, Hitmontop, things like that. And my only real offense was Darkrai and Garchomp, which JJ admitted, and other people did as well. And I just didn't
yeah.
really feel the team. I was drafting at about 3 o'clock in the morning, so like,
Yeah, and you weren't even there for the whole time. I had to sort of like pick some stuff for you as well. So
yeah.
that was all pretty hectic. So
Mhm. Yeah, I got like seven
uh,
mud
uh,
picks done, I think, and that was it. And then
okay,
you start drafting, and then
yeah. Okay, going on to the next question. Let's go into this season. Did you have a plan going into the draft specifically?
uh, has you know me, I kept on spamming you every single day
Oh
with
man.
ideas.
Why did I even ask this question? Why did I even ask this question?
should
I
I
already know the answer to this.
should I go Landorus Therian and Napoleon or Rotom-Wash and Alola
Yeah.
Muck? And then Landorus Therian got sniped, and I got 8th place again in the draft league, middle
Yeah.
again. So I had to pick up Rotom-Wash my first pick. So, but yeah, I
Yeah.
had quite a few ideas.
Looking at your team overall, how do you think how do you think it went? Do you
I think it went
Are you
all
happy
right.
with what you have overall?
Yeah, I was only sniped like once purely, and maybe a second time. I was only sniped for Landis-Therian, as I said previously, and then Tornadus 2, I was kind of looking at it, and I got sniped, so it didn't really matter, but I feel like I've got a bit more offense than last season. I definitely have a lot of setup sweepers. My speed is a little up, but I have some reliable scarfers like Delphox, Tyrantrum, Terrakion, Shaymin, Rotom-Wash that can all run a scarf, and I think they've got some good clerics, some good bulk, quite a good some offense, and that did make sense. Quite good offense, and yeah, I just can't wait to use it. I think that my cores are pretty good, so can't wait.
Yeah, I think it's a really good, well-rounded team. I'd say, even with your lack of speed, you've got stuff like Tyrantrum and Altaria, which can set up Dragon Dances anyway. So I don't think it's a huge problem. And plus, you have like speed and Starmie and Terrakion. So I'm not sure if I fully agree with the thing about there not being too much speed. Maybe like your team overall isn't the fastest, but I don't think that's a problem because you can play around that quite well.
I just don't have that base 115 plus speed mon, which is kind of the letdown, I think, and what people really look about my
Yeah.
team. And, you know,
I mean, if you look at the other drafts, I think generally there isn't like a team which has like loads and loads of speeds. I'd say at the start.
yeah, that's a fair assumption.
Maybe like maybe the Phoenix and Flora have like a few fast mons, but yeah, I think overall this season people haven't really been focusing as much again really speedy mons. So you might be all right. You might be all right.
Yeah.
Going into the next question. What your Z captain's Terrakion? Why did you choose Terrakion over something like Starmie, which I know you're considering?
Yeah, I was considering Starmie and possibly Delphox, but Starmie's mostly gonna be probably a spinner for me, just because I want to spike stack with Ferrothorn for Terrakion. And Terrakion 2 hit KOs a lot of things, which is great and all, but with a Z Crystal I can OHKO quite a few things in the drafts. That's pretty nice, even though its coverage isn't the best, which is originally why I was a bit like, I don't really want to draft it because Starmie gets so much coverage for its Z Crystals, but Stone Edge, Rock and EMZ, Fight EMZ, Close Combat, and even Psyche EMZ, Zen Headbutt I can use, and it can get its stats up in two different ways of Dual Dance, so I feel like with all those things considered, I think that it just helps Terrakion be a wall breaker on my team, so yeah.
Is there any Pokemon that you're really looking forward to using in your team?
Well, I wouldn't be lying if I said Terrakion, but this is probably going to be surprising. But Alolan Muck, just because I haven't really been seeing too much of it in in any draft league, and I feel like with most teams having at least one Psychic type or a Spin Blocker and a Ghost type, it can definitely Pursuit trap a lot of things. And I know from the PBA, which my only knockoff user is Tangela, that a good knockoff user is always very good for Violet Mons.
Okay, looking into your division, you're in the Plasma division, which has the London Lycanroc, the SL Benfinions, and the Miami Rotom Heat. How do you think your matchup is overall within your division, and do you think you can make it to playoffs?
I don't know about playoffs, considering that like everyone in this league is pretty good. They've got quite a lot of experience. There's not anyone that I would really say that is bad. I mean, me and Hughes are quite early to the draft league, but we've made it to playoffs, and Hughes actually won the first draft league that he came into, the SDL, and
Yeah, all because of me. All because of me.
yeah. But I feel like I have a good matchup versus JP. I'm not really sure about the Miami Heat, and I'm not sure about Cat because he has got the insane. I can't even pronounce the Pokemon, but he's got the
No,
insane
neither
poison
can
drug.
I. Neither can I.
He's got
The broken one, the Uber one.
yeah, the needle thing, the poison dragon.
Yeah,
That
the purple Mega Beedrill, we'll call
yeah,
it.
that the thing that shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So let's see. What do you think your overall record will be throughout the season? Do you say like a rough estimate? Because I know it's a pretty hard question to ask at this point, but
Well,
how well do you think you'll do overall, basically?
I don't really want to say that I'll go negative, even though I think I probably am, since, as I already said, there's really good people in my division, and everyone's really good. But I feel like if I go 5-4, which is positive still, I think that that's going to be a pretty good record just to remain positive in this insane draft league.
Yeah. As long as I'm not included in that five, yeah, I can agree. Um, so what else can I ask? Your team name, There we go.
Oh no.
On the spot.
The biggest
The
regret.
Armaldos. Talk to us about it because it's basically become a meme at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of turned into a tongue twister by this point. But generally, it's generally where I live, and like the first like four letters of the words match up, and I just think that it's a good name if you can pronounce it correctly. That it works well together, and I just live in the general area. Armagh has always been a pretty good Pokemon. I like using it in Generation 6 PU just for its knockoff support and Stealth and Rapid Spin. So for those factors, yeah, that's why I picked the Armaldos as my team name.
Neat. And final question: who do you think is going to win the DGBA?
Oh gosh, I don't know. There's some really good teams, but if I had to put my bets, I'd either say Cav because he's got the super broken Pokemon, Coach Oak because he's got a really good team, like really good, like Zygarde, Bulu, Heatran,
Yeah,
Zerora,
the
good.
calls are insane on that one.
Or else probably Jack because he won the last season and he's a really good battler.
Nate, I think that's all I have. Any last words?
Yeah, I just can't wait
Uh,
to be in the season 4 and hopefully make it to the end if exams aren't that bad to me. But yeah, thank you for having me on.
yeah, that's great. If you want to check out more content from Parkzy, their YouTube channel should be in the description below, along with all the other coaches who have YouTube channels. And I'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.